Hello everyone, my name is Carlo Centino and our report is all about the special physical education, the needs of children with disabilities. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, the successful learner will be able to explain what is physical education's adaptation for students with disabilities. Identify the 7 ways to include students with special needs in physical education, and reflect how the physical education role the teacher for children with special needs. Physical education adaptations for students with disabilities. The Individuals with Disabilities Education Act or IDEA states that physical education is a required service for children and youth between the age of 3 and 21 who qualify for special education services because of a specific disability or developmental delay. So this act is states that the physical education is required for all students who are special needs to develop their skills and also to required to learn about their um, kakayahan. So it means that when you enrolled or when you need to go in the physical education, so the teachers or the staffs will be help you to learn and to practice and to develop your um, you know your your skills. Many students with disabilities can safely and successfully participate in general physical education with or without accommodations and supports. However, some children benefit from specially designed or adapted physical education content should mirror the general physical education curriculum to the greatest extent possible. So it means that when the children who are special in the one country, let's specific for this, so in the another country or society that in the curriculum, so once the curriculum is know about is don't have special physical education, so the students with special needs are cannot enroll for this curriculum. It is because of there's have no special physical education. So that's why the special physical education needs to promote to the other schools, to the any schools, that because the students is there's have a lot of students who are disabled and also need to develop more of their skills. So that's why the curriculum must be broad their subjects, not just by in the normal just by to the normal students, but also for the students who are needs like special students like that. The term special education refers to specially designed instruction at no cost to the parents, or FAPE, to meet the unique needs of a child with a disability, including instruction conducted in the classroom, instruction in physical education. So it means that the parents who their sons have a special, so no parents allowed to cost. It is because the schools must be to excuse the parents who have special needs of the students. So it means that the child with disability must be instruct them about the classroom and also to the physical education, because that is the need to the schools. The teachers need to get the attention of the students with disability. So the students must be listened and learn to the what the teachers saying for them. So that is about the specially designed instruction to the teachers to students. A specially designed program will be outlined in the child's individual education program plan or IEP. So therefore, the physical education service is specially designed it necessarily. It must be made for the students. Must be available to the students with the disability because it's to receive to the FAPE or the parents. Physical education for a special needs child will be developed the physical and motor skills, fundamental motor skills and patterns, skills in aquatics, dance, and individual and group games and sports, so including the intramural and lifetime sports. Includes special physical education, adapted physical education, movement education, and motor development. So that is the main purpose for the special physical education to develop the child's with disability. So the physical education teachers will need to adapt instructional strategies and activity areas to meet the needs of students with IEPs or individual education program. Physical education adaptations for students with IEPs or individual education program or plans. Adaptations may include narrowing the expectations of students according to their needs. The demand for performance and participation will naturally be adapted to the student's ability to participate. The goal should be for the child to benefit from the physical education instruction by experiencing success and learning physical activities that will build the foundation for lifelong physical activity. So physical education teacher in classroom support and also the staff to decide the physical education program requires of mild, moderate, or limited participations. So remember, adapting, modifying, and changing activity or equipment to meet the needs of the special students, and that is the most important thing for the students with disability. We need to adjust, we need to adapt, we need to modify and change everything to have a successful learning to the students with disability. So next, reporter.
Hi everyone, my name is Restauro and I am the next reporter for today's discussion. So let's discuss about the 7 ways to include a student with special needs in physical education. So we have first the sensory integration. These first 2 things I always notice about physical education classes are the loud music and fluorescent lights in the gym. Yes, we all know that most of the students, especially sa mga students with special needs, they are very sensitive, lalo na sa mga bagay-bagay just like bright sunlight outdoors, mga loud music and sounds. At saka yung mga teacher is nahihirapan silang maghanap ng appropriate location para sa kanilang physical activities na ginagawa. Pero meron din namang paraan para mas maging maayos ang isang klase na kung saan tahimik at mas nakaka-focus ang mga estudyante. So let's proceed to the next one, the behavior. Behavior is always a concern in physical education classes where there's plenty of movement and incident can happen in a rapid succession. So a positive behavior intervention and support or PBIS are a systematic. This approach is to reduce negative behaviors and increasing positive interactions. So the method can be summarized as prevent, teach, and reinforce. with support such as picture schedules explaining behavioral expectations from the start. So the material is then presented in class through positive interventions, and the lesson is reinforced by referring back to the behavioral expectations and assessing progress. So for example, I am a teacher and I manage each class by writing out the schedule on a board. So, magbibigay ako ng warm-up exercises for the students. So, kung kaninong schedule para sa araw na to or bukas, isusulat ko yon sa isang board at magbibigay ng warm-up exercises in order and exactly how many minutes each segments of the class would take, so that ang mga estudyante ay masasanay sa ganitong behavior. Susundan nila yung mga basic warm-up exercises na tinuro ko, and then at possibly sa ganitong paraan ay pwede din nilang gamitin at pwede nilang gawin sa kanilang bahay. So let's proceed to the class size. In some other school districts, physical education classes are becoming larger and larger due to the budget constraints. So, for example, some other schools are having a larger daghan kaayo og kanang mga estudyante with special needs, and then there's only 2 teachers lang na nag-a-assist sa ilaha. So, ipagpalagay natin na iping ato kadaghan ang students, so ang makonsume ni mga time sa ingana kadaghan is sa sa attendance pa lang dugay na kaayo makakonsume na kagdaghan nga oras, and then maghatag pa ka og equipments para sa mga bata para sa ingana nga activity. Pero okay lang din if may supersized class for a positive experience for a students in order to ensure full inclusion, peer-to-peer support. Group can work together and collaborate in the classroom. So for example, ang student is pwede sila makishare sa ilang equipment sa ilang other students, and then makatuon ang isa ka student what is unity is all about. Next is team building. Physical education is the perfect opportunity for team building exercises. So, because of this, the child will learn to help and interact with his peers, and that they had to stay with their team until their team reached the goal. So, leaving a team member behind was never an option. So, mas matututunan ng isang bata, isang estudyante na wag iwan ang mga kasama niya at hanggang sa ma-reach nila yung goal nila at ma-achieve nila kung ano man yun, at magkakaroon sila ng team building and support each other. So, the next one is the professional development. Many teachers of physical education complain about the lack of professional development opportunities. So, scheduling is a problem because of coaching duties before and after school, and most continuing education programs are geared toward teachers of academic subjects. So, by this, a teacher should also dapat mag-share sila ng information with parents sa mga students. Kailangan din na mag-share ang parents tungkol sa progress ng motor skills ng kanilang mga anak, para sa ang teacher is makapag-share din ng class structures para na pwede din gamitin ng mga parents para sa kanilang mga anak kahit nasa bahay lang, because team-based approach isn't just for the students. The next is accessibility. In 2010, the U.S. Department of Education made recommendations to increase accessibility and physical education classes. So hard surfaces such as concrete and asphalt may be dangerous for individuals, lalo na sa mga may dyspraxia, because they are sensitive, because they are like clumsy. They need more help in the playground, struggle completing self-care tasks. Kaya kailangan is dapat your surfaces, gym surfaces na outdoor and indoor mats are one way to make physical education more accessible. So mas dapat safe yung mga equipments at saka yung mga gym floors nila. So the last one is alternatives. In some cases, enrollment in physical education classes is not feasible, but it is still possible to incorporate physical activity and healthy lifestyle habits into a special education curriculum. So take frequent movement breaks by going for a walk, learning to jump rope, or spending 10 minutes on the playground. Develop a daily 15-minute workout routine. Get permission to use the school weightlifting room. Sometimes curiosity about various machines is enough to jumpstart an individualized exercise program. Follow through on the student's interest in a specific sport such as tennis or gymnastics and develop a fitness routine around that. So let's move on to the physical education role, the teacher for children with special needs. The role of special educator should be developed on inclusive school model basis and adapted continuously according to the progress of each inclusive school status. The physical educator is to provide maximum physical activity time within the class period, teach skills and activities that transfer into physical activity outside of physical education class, motivate children to be physically active, and take the role of the physical activity director for the school. So, it has been demonstrated again and again that physical education enhances cognitive functions and academic performance. So, social skills and collaborative teamwork are also benefits of a balanced physical education program. So, let's make physical education inclusive and accessible to all students so that they can learn the life lesson that can't be taught in the traditional classroom. Physical education teachers simply need to determine the abilities of students with special needs and the measure that may need implementing to support their participation in sports and fitness. Lalo na sa mga estudyante may special needs, they need more lot of motivations at mas dapat tayong nagpo-focus sa kung anong kaya nilang gawin kesa sa hindi nila kaya. So that would be all. Thank you and God bless.